Hello fellas, Frankie Day here. Okay guys, for this gorgeous Tuesday afternoon, not a cloud in the sky, I have for you video 15 of my building boats, Spanish galleon Isabella. Okay guys, I'm kind of getting a little ahead of schedule here. I think I'm pretty much on schedule, the way I think of it, more of it now. I got all the lower shrouds, all the ratlines are done. Everything is done. From the first mast platform all the way down to the dead-eye combos. All the ratlines are finished. And they went on there quicker than I thought they would be, you know. Like I say, there's three ways of doing it, guys. There's the right way and another way, and my way, which I learned something many years ago from my peers who built models before I even started building ships. And so the three ways of doing it. The correct traditional way is you got to take your ratlines and knot them each shroud. That's the appropriate way. A lot of models do that, but it's a very, very long time consuming deal, guys. I'll tell you, on a ratline shroud such as this on the Isabella, it'd probably take you about a good day or two just to get the front shrouds done. Then you got the other ones to go by too. So, like I say, I'm not trying to go for a foot race on this right here. I was trying to get this thing built, and I spent a lot of time. Now, get all the ratlines done on the Isabella. It took me. I got about 20 hours. It took me about 20 hours to do all the ratlines on there, and I'll explain it to you as we review the update build report on this. I'm having such a ball with this thing, guys. I'm very amazed. I'm on this thing like a dog eating a bone. I'm not gonna let go nowhere, you know. And I got the Norski Love coming up. That's going to be a dedication build for Mr. Dave Mather, and I know he'll be looking forward to that, and so will I. And I'm gonna stick on ships for a while until I get tired of it, and I'll switch to aircraft. And so I got that. So far, I got three builds going on, shaking down. So I'm gonna be pretty busy all year long, guys. You know, on the 31st, I think it was on the 1st of July. I think it is. Yeah, no, the 31st of July. It's going to be it's going to be the Tiffy build, the Tiffy group build. Instead of having the Airfix 124 scale buddy group build, it's going to be the Tiffy build, and I think it's going to be a very gorgeous build thread going on here for the community. Any scales, you don't have to be an Airfix 124, because I agree with Martin very much. You know, it's a lot more. We get a lot more guys jumping in on different scales with 124 scale, because you know, it's cost of the kit in general. It's expensive, and a lot of you fellas out there can't afford it. I barely couldn't afford it, but the love of Mr. of Warren Blanche, he sold me an Airfix all the way from England, and it's 124 scale Airfix kit. And I think I made a review and a shout out for Mr. Warren Blanche on the Airfix 124 Typhoon build intro. And we're finally getting that shaken down, so that'll be on the 31st of, well, it's going to be the 31st, it'll be the 1st of July. I don't know, I got to check back, guys. It's going to be definitely July, it's going to be a 6-month job. So that allows you plenty of time to build your kits and get a lot of stuff finished up on the table before you proceed any further. And I got a Warren's tribute build. I got my English Canberra. It's going to be taking shape, and I got to finish up Mr. Martin Lamont's group and buddy build of the 410 Hornet, get that going. So it won't take me long to finish that, because it's ready to throw on the finished paint, and it's done. So right now I'm getting this Isabella squared away. With all, if everything's shaking quite well, I should start on the yards probably by this Thursday. By this Thursday, I could be starting on the yard, starting with the Spirit yard and the Fore Royal yard, top yard, and the main Royal yard, and on the foremast, and the rest of the yards will proceed further. Okay, guys, I'm not chatting right now. We're going to go over and take a look at the Isabella, and I'll discuss with you how much old Frankie Dave's done on it, as opposed to video 14. So here we go. We'll zoom in a little bit, guys. Take a look at Queen Isabella right here. There she is right there, fellas. I've got all the shrouds done right here. And all these shrouds right here, like I said, after the shrouds were done, by adding the ratlines, a lot of the guys, a lot of modelers, like traditionally, they are not here, not here, not here, not here, not here, and not here. And then go back up and do it again, and back this way and that way. That time takes a long time. Another way, you take a needle and take some thread. Now this here nylon cordage that I got from Hobby Lobby is very thick stuff. And it'll allow a needle to pass through the threads. So that's method number 2. You take a needle, it's like sewing something. You take a needle and run it right through in between the threads of the shrouds, and there you go. You go back up and do it again and do it again. But the fastest way again, and the method it works just as good, and it's foolproof. I mean, it goes on easier, it goes on quicker, and you can control the spacing between your ratlines on the shrouds. You take a piece of your cordage right here, you beeswax it with a cake of beeswax right here. I bought a brick of this at the Hobby Lobby. It's about the size of a common brick. Believe you me, guys, there's enough beeswax in that brick to last me the rest of my life and the life after and thereafter. So this is a very important tool to use when you use your rigging, because what it does puts moisture and eliminates the fuzz. Nylon don't have that much fuzz on it. Unless it's freighted, it'll fuzz like crazy, and actually it'll be no good. But this right here works very well. So make sure you beeswax your thread, and you cut your thread into sections. And using your elementary glue, I call it, which is the old standby, which is still good today and is traditionally still usable. I even still use it. You use polyurethane cement, plastic cement. You blob here, take a blob, 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 a blob. One little small drop on each one of these shrouds. You take a piece of that cordage that I showed you a while ago. After it's beeswax, you cut a length about 3 inches or less than that, and you stretch it. It'll stiff. Then you lay it right across here and let it dry. Believe me, it'll dry fast. Nylon and glue work real good together, especially this stuff here. I learned this many years ago. It's the fastest way to do your rat lines, and it's enjoyable. So there'll be no hair pulling and pulling shrouds in and out of alignment because you're using a sewing needle or by knotting it. And once that's done, you come over here and you use this spar varnish. This is the varnish that I used on this here kit. Right here. You take this with a good soft brush, you dip in the can, and you brush that varnish right on the rat lines. That varnish will fill in between the shrouds and the rat lines, not like a filler. And it'll also be like an adhesive. It'll wrap around it and it'll start drying. It makes it real tough. This thing is very tough. It won't come off when you want to dust this model in the future in case it collects dust. You don't have dust cover for it. You have to worry about the rat lines coming off. As long as you shellac your shrouds and your rat lines, you won't run that kind of a problem. Okay, as you can see here, you can see how all the rat lines are done on it. The lowercase only. Tonight, I'm going to start up here. I'm going to get all these done. I'm going to start with the upper ones. All the way up to the Spencer mast. But I'll go up top side all the way up to your top gallant platform. I'll rig two sets of dead eyes up there. Then I complete that, then add my ratlines. Once these ratlines are finished, it's ready for the yards and ready for the running rigging. And Isabella's come on quite well, guys. It turned out a lot better than I thought it would be for being such an old kit that's ready to disintegrate. And this thing is very strong. Of course, it's made from wood, and it makes a good piece of furniture too, guys. You put it inside of your office or put it on your coffee table. And my wife, she came in and took a look at it, and she's wondering how much progress is on it, and she's constantly amazed. And my God, Frankie, it looks like it's almost done. I said, not quite, and no cigar, but it soon will be. So if I get my sails, I was really hoping, fellas, the latter on this week, or maybe the first of next week. I'm really hoping if I get my sails back from this lady, the seamstress who I hire, who I actually commissioned to have my sails done for this, for the Isabella. And like I say, when I get the sails on, she can look pretty much like this. This is what Isabella's going to look like when I get done. It's almost there now. I'm going to get the yards on, get the sails. And I've been thinking of a plan of attack. What I can do on this thing is I can more or less go ahead and proceed with the yards. Just don't rig the sail lines. When I get the sails, then I go ahead and attach the sails to the yards, and I can go ahead and add the sail lines. And she'd be done. Make rope coils, add my Spanish sailors, and Queen Isabella's finished. And it's kind of funny name, you know. I mean, this thing's supposed to be Danish built, and it's got the name of the Queen of Spain during the 14th century, the 15th century, or it was. And I'm a little bit confused. This thing is Spanish or it's Danish, but it said on the internet that she was a Danish-built Spanish galleon and was lost at the Black Sea. Yeah, well, those ratlines look pretty good, guys. They're tight as a badger string, I kid you not. And that's what I like about the billing. The plastic dead eyes they give you in the blocks are very strong. As long as you don't overdo it. You overdo it and tighten them like that, they'll snap and break, and you're in a world of hell. So you don't want to go that route. So it's like anything in life, you never want to over tighten or overdo anything. This was taught up to take the wrinkles out. And I'm really enjoying this kit very much. It builds into a real nice model, and makes a good piece of furniture. Makes a good heirloom too. And I haven't built one of these. It's the first time I built a Spanish galleon before out of wood. I've built them out of plastic before, but this building kit was calling on me for a long time. And I'm glad that was a good call that I came and got this thing done, because like I say, guys, I think I see it by every other video, even this one. If I let this thing lay idle for a couple more years, geez. Time I get a notion to build a kit, the thing would fall apart and be nothing but a pile of wooden plans and fittings. And that's not fun at all. And the plans they give you on the kit here only give you a few parts that you can duplicate off the plan sheet, but the rest is it's not there. So much as a lot of it's lost, a lot of it's saved. But I'm glad I got this thing together. So I don't have to worry about this thing falling apart now. This thing is it's on its way for the final launching. And so tonight, guys, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take a rest a little bit. I'm going to take a good hour or two break and then check out YouTube land, see what's shaking, and I'm going to go ahead and start the shrouds and on the upper shrouds, and get them ready to go, and that won't take long there. So far this thing is going together as per schedule. And if I should get my sales next week, which I hope the good Lord I do, there's a good chance I can have this thing done in 2 weeks. And I can put it away and then go to the big Norski log and get that shaken down. I was thinking I'll go ahead putting that keel together, the Norski log tonight, but I don't want to get too interested in it because I'll frail away from this. So I'm trying to train myself, retrain myself into finishing up like I got started, which is a good rule of thumb. If you don't, like I say, you have a bunch of unfinished projects and you get caught up in modeler syndrome, and pretty soon you can have all the stuff get broken laying around because it hasn't been done yet. And so you got to finish up what's on the plate. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. So far I'm getting these old builds all done, and I know before this year's up I'll get the Victor build going on. So I know a lot of you out there are very anxious about the Victor build, so I may get that shaken down pretty soon. But right now Queen Isabella is the priority. I gotta get her done, and by certainly I will. Okay, we'll take this camera, swing it back to yours truly. Here I is, guys. Here I is. Yeah, that's buildings are good kits, guys. You know, they were actually the first commercial plank and frame modeling company that there was. And most wooden model kits were all solid hulls, like Blue Jacket, Bliss, A.J. Fisher, marine models, and you had these old modeling ship companies, and they have most of them were solid hulls until the then the plank and frame came in. So Eleanor Billings, he was an architect by trade, and he thought it'd be more profitable and more relaxing could be do when he retires from his job as an architecture. He said there's a lot of demand for model ship building, so he decided to put his architecture work into making plans for all these sailboats and making kits out of them and selling them, and pretty soon it turned into a big company, and they ship and make their kits all over the world and continue to do so. There's a special thing they had on there that they had in Denmark. It's called Billing Land, and it has all these model ships like behind me. I mean, actually, they had them set at seascapes, like a diorama, using the steel scales. And you get to put around a boat out there and see all these things parked at the dock and stuff. Very ingenious. It's something something I wish they did here in the States. So most European countries do stuff like that, which is great. Okay, guys, the next video, this is going to be, good Lord, what's today's, Wednesday, Tuesday, Friday. Either Friday or Saturday will be video number 16 on the Isabella. And I should have all the ratlines and everything all done. That completes the standing rigging. It's all finished. Next, prepare the yards, install same, and wait for the sails. So this is it for me for today, and God bless you guys, and happy modeling, and please subscribe. Make Mama happy, and that's about it. I can't think of nothing else that comes to mind right now that I'd like to share with you. Huh. Nothing there. Okay, guys, this is Frankie Day signing off one time again, and God bless you guys. Make Mama happy. Happy modeling. Stay tuned for a number 16 video of the Isabella. I have it for you either this Friday or a Saturday. If something else arises, I'll keep you guys heads up. Okay, Frankie Day out of here. We'll catch you guys this Friday or Saturday. Bye, fellas.